Artificial intelligence is meant to make workplaces smarter. But what if AI ends up deciding who loses their job? And that's exactly what's allegedly happening at Meta. Massive legal battle has erupted in the United States as Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, faces explosive allegations that its AI-powered employee evaluation systems unfairly targeted workers with disabilities, employees on medical leave, and even women on maternity leave for layoffs. Meta, however, has denied the allegations, insisting that humans, not AI, made the final decisions. But the lawsuit raises a troubling question. Can artificial intelligence discriminate without even realizing it? 26 current and former Meta employees have filed a lawsuit in California federal court accusing the company of using artificial intelligence tools to identify employees for mass layoffs. The workers claim that Meta's AI system relied heavily on productivity metrics, activity scores, and digital workplace monitoring to rank employees before deciding who would be let go of. Now, according to the lawsuit, these systems failed to account for workers who had taken legally protected leaves, including maternity leave, medical leave, disability accommodation, or family caregiving leave. The plaintiffs argue that employees who run away from work naturally generated less activity and lower productivity scores and fewer AI interactions, making them appear as weaker performers. Now, despite having legally protected absences, the lawsuit alleges that Meta used several internal AI-assisted tools, including an AI assistant called MetaMate, an internal knowledge platform known as the second brain, and productivity scores generated from employee activity. The complaint claims that these systems analyzed keystrokes, screen activity, emails, messages, browser history, and other workplace data to create performance rankings. Now, among the employees suing Meta is a scientist who says that she was informed about her layoff just 2 days before giving birth. Another engineer claims that his performance rating dropped after he took leave following an injury. A manager on approved medical leave says that he was selected for termination barely over 2 weeks into his leave. The employees allege that Meta violated federal and state anti-discrimination laws by allowing AI-generated rankings to influence layoff decisions. They are also accusing the company of failing to test its AI systems for potential bias. Now, as required under recently introduced regulations in California and New York City, the workers are asking the court to temporarily halt the layoffs pending private arbitrations and have also sought an independent audit of Meta's AI systems. Their lawyers argue that the company kept the selection process secret, leaving employees with no clear explanation for why they were chosen. Meta has strongly rejected the allegations. A company spokesperson said that the claims have no factual bias. According to Meta, workforce management and organizational decisions were made by people, not by artificial intelligence. And for now, the lawsuit has reignited a global debate, not just about artificial intelligence, but about accountability. And when AI influences life-changing decisions, who is ultimately responsible? The algorithm or the humans who built and used it? Big development coming in from the Meta as employees, 26 former and employees have reached court, taken the matter to the court, and are asking an independent audit of the Meta AI systems. The employees have accused Meta of using AI to discriminate against the employees and choose them for the mass layoff. Meta, on the other hand, has clarified that they have not used any AI systems for the decisions made under the layoffs. It was the humans and the performance of the workers that was evaluated for the decisions. And the most shocking part of the explosive allegation is that the AI-powered employee evaluation systems unfairly targeted workers with disabilities, employees on medical leaves, and women on maternity leaves as well for the layoffs. Meta has denied the allegation, insisting that humans and not AI made the final decision. But the lawsuit raises a troubling questions. Can artificial intelligence discriminate without even realizing it? Now, employees at Meta are asking for an independent evaluations and an audit of the Meta AI systems and are asking for a temporary halt to the layoffs as well. Two of the systems that used by Meta is now under scanner as well. Second Brain, which is used for internal communications in the company is also under scanner, as employees allege that their keystrokes, their mouse functions, their keyboards, and the time spent on browser history were all taken in account to discuss and to decide who will be let go of. And for more on this, I'm being joined by cyber expert Pawan Duggal. He's with me on the broadcast. Mr. Duggal, thank you so much for taking out the time and joining me on the broadcast. How concerning do you think that the threat is that AI bias is now being used in workforce-related decisions?
It's indeed very threatening, very concerning, and brings forward the fundamental question on the table. How can we make the misuse of AI to be accountable for loss caused to humans? Now, in this particular case, whether Meta has used AI or not, or whether it's ultimately human command, that will only have to be examined after an appropriate audit of the said events. But one thing is very clear. Going forward, there's a growing propensity of AI to go ahead and act against human command, to act against human interest.
Right.
And therefore, once AI causes harm to humans, the fundamental question is who can be made accountable for the same. That's the reason, I've proposed the global agentic AI liability framework, where I've said that, look, you'll have to have a graded layer of responsibility. You just can't even hang only the coder who has developed the algorithm. You will have to go ahead and make every human element or actor responsible depending on what was the level of control that was exercised with the said human over the actions of either the said AI or the said AI agent as a whole. One thing is very clear, the existing legal
There's some technical issue with Mr. Duggal, but as viewers, we were discussing how artificial intelligence which is meant to make workplaces smarter, is now turning out to be the reason that you lose your jobs. AI systems are being increasingly used to track employees' actions. And this is Mr. Duggal is back with us. Mr. Duggal, please continue. Mr. Duggal, can you hear us?
One thing is very clear, that you will have to make the legal frameworks and legal principles appropriately customized to deal with the nuances and challenges thrown up by artificial intelligence. One thing is very clear, the existing legal frameworks do not apply to AI, because existing legal frameworks were always developed keeping in mind that an act of one human or humans will be going ahead and impacting other humans. But now when the algorithm is deciding to take action, which is having a prejudicial impact upon the rights, human dignities, and the human life per se, it's imperative that new legal frameworks need to be evolving, new legal approaches need to be coming forward. And yes, the companies can't say, sorry, I didn't know what happened, the algorithm did it. That particular argument is no longer going to be made acceptable in the eyes of law. One thing is very clear, that once you as a company are using though the action may be taken by the humans, but because the input that was provided was by AI, that particular input, if it is wrong or has been hallucinated, has to be borne responsibility of. And that responsibility can only be borne by the concerned company who has gone ahead and deployed the same. So I think in this kind of a matter, while this matter goes for an investigation or an audit, the onus will be upon Meta to show how did it go ahead and use this particular AI, and what was the legal safeguards and due diligence mechanisms it made sure to ensure that the AI should not act against human interests.
Well, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Duggal, for joining me on the broadcast with those meaningful insight. For now.